Hello everyone, it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Today we're practicing the law of desire and intention. This is my favorite day. This is my favorite law because to me, this is what life is all about. It's all about co-creation. It's all about figuring out for ourselves what it is that we want to experience. And today is the day that we give our full attention to those things. Where am I? Where do I want to be? What are my desires? We can start at any place, and the best place always to start is where we are now. So since we've been doing this is our third week. We've got 2 Thursdays under our belt. Today would be a great day to go back to what you wrote down the last 2 Thursdays for your desires and intentions and see, are you making progress? Are some of those things that were on your list coming into fruition? Are they beginning to manifest? Are the activities and behaviors that you're demonstrating in alignment with the desires and intentions that you have? As you look at your desires and intentions today, can you solidify them a little bit more? Can you make them a little bit more clear for yourself so that you can achieve a little bit more of what you're hoping to achieve? That's what the practice is for today. It's all about co-creation. I totally hope that everybody's doing this law, practicing this law. This is the law that you absolutely want to practice every Thursday, for sure. This is the thing, this is the law, this is the practice that is going to change your trajectory. So many people are in spaces right now where they're uncomfortable. Things aren't working out the way that they thought they would work out. What they're experiencing right now might not be what they want to be experiencing. Use that as a benchmark to say, hey, where do I want to go from here? That's the practice of today. Last week we talked about vision boards. We talked about looking through magazines and creating a visual or a picture, finding a picture that matches what our intentions are. It's all good. Keeping in mind that, taking that a little bit further, those pictures are helping us because that's the form that we've assigned to what it is that we think that we want. The truth is that picture really represents a feeling that we want to experience. So I encourage you to look for those pictures and just remind yourself that it may not be that form exactly. It just happens to be that that's the form that you're thinking about right now. It's truly, though, the feeling associated with that picture that you're really looking to achieve. And if you're able to discern what that feeling is for yourself and let go of that form, you're going to start to realize that it's the feeling that you're chasing for that experience that you're looking to bring about into your life. And it may look entirely different, yet it will bring to you all of those feelings that you have associated with the form that you actually thought of. It could be a little deep for some people, and yet it's worthy of at least putting out there. Anyway, so this week we're actually talking about the chakras. So we're talking about the third chakra today. That is the power center. That's located in our solar plexus. I know everybody knows where their solar plexus are. It's our gut. That's where we get our feelings. It's our feeling center. And it's the power center. It's what we also call, it's also the solar plexus. I think I said that already. And it's our center of energy where we have control. It's our power. So what does that mean? That means that this is the energy center where we do have all the control. This is associated with our desires, our intentions, our will, our focus, our determination, our fortitude, our tenacity, our focus, our vigilance, to move things forward because we are so committed to achieving the things that we want to achieve, and ultimately we will experience our destiny. That's what this power center is all about. And it will remind us of all the things that we can control. Remember, small domain, and yet it's all related to this power center. All we can control is what we think, how we feel, and what we do. They are all correlated, and this is what we want to give our attention to today, because these are the things we can control. We can't control other people, we can't control circumstances, yet we can set our trajectory and we can accomplish the things that are most meaningful to us. The power center. Love this. Okay, so now let me just share with you, on one of the other videos I started talking to you a little bit about head trash, right? Because we were talking about, like, when we're writing down our desires and intentions, sometimes we're going to have limiting beliefs that are going to come up and get in the way of what it is that we want to achieve. We want to be mindful of that first and foremost. We also talked about, like, when we feel good about something, it's a green light, and when we feel bad about something, it's a red light. Well, the feeling center, and this is where, at least for me, the feelings come in. And I know so many people talk in terms of a gut feeling. I want you to be thinking about your solar plexus. This is where it's coming in. Remember, this is our energy field, our energy center. We've got to pay attention to the feelings that we feel when it hits our gut. This is a must. And let me tell you why. Because in addition to the green feelings and the red feelings, which are green lights and red lights in my world, that's what I refer to them as. There are also yellow lights, and we know yellow lights. If we think of a simple traffic light and we follow these principles and we say green means go, red means stop, yellow means caution. If you think about it, when you're on the road and you see a yellow light, what does that mean? It means we have to exercise judgment. And usually we have a thought process that's happening in our head that's either going to say, I'm going to stop, or I'm going to go. And it's going to depend on where we are on the road, right? Well, regardless of what we choose to do, go or stop, a decision has to be made where we have to exercise judgment, and whatever we choose to do is going to produce a result. Remember the law of karma, a cause and effect. So we have to own whatever comes back. Well, here's the problem, and this is where we get ourselves into the most trouble, because yellow lights are caution. Be mindful. And what happens is, suddenly, out of nowhere, we're going to get a feeling. It could be an inclination to do something. Could be positive, and yet maybe it's just an inclination to do something. I feel like I want to call somebody. I feel like I should go into a certain location. I feel like I should do something just at this moment. That's an inclination. When we get those feelings, honor them. Critical to honor them. Okay? Sometimes we have the opportunity to override them, and that's what we often do because we can't really explain why they're happening. Bad decision to override these feelings. Okay, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute. So we've talked about an inclination to do something. We can also have this foreboding feeling, this anxious feeling, something like I shouldn't do this, or I shouldn't go there, or I shouldn't participate in something. We'll also get that feeling. Okay, this is why exercising judgment becomes really, really important, because we have the opportunity to override what we're feeling. I like to call our feelings our internal navigation system. They tell us, I think I mentioned this in another video, they tell us that whether we're moving in the right direction or not. Very similar, this internal navigation system to me is very similar to a GPS system. You know, you set the destination and it lets you know where you're going. Same is true with this internal navigation system, and yet our internal navigation system really is our feelings. So these cautionary feelings, or these inclinations to do things or not do things, this is where we get ourselves into the most trouble, because we, just like a GPS system, we have the ability to override them. And we usually do override them because we don't have enough information. All we're doing is getting a feeling. We don't have anything concrete to base it on, so we start thinking about it. And we can't really come up with anything logical as to why I feel like I should do this or why I feel like I shouldn't do this. And so we override these feelings, and then we're going to find out exactly more about the law of cause and effect. Because as we override these feelings and go and do whatever it is that we choose to go and do, we're going to get more signs that are more clear that say we should have done what we thought we should have done, or we shouldn't have done what we thought we shouldn't have done. And it just becomes more clear. I have to tell you, any time that I have overridden a gut feeling, my inclination to do something or my inclination not to do something, I have paid the price. And usually for me, it's a financial price. The more we just override and ignore or dismiss what's coming to us, because it's coming to us from an energy field, and the universe is actually connecting the energy, and it's resonating with us in our solar plexus. And when we override that because we don't have enough concrete information, it can be a disaster. So, and I'm certain that everybody's had this experience. I know that I'm not alone. And I'm here to tell you, starting today, when we know, especially on Thursdays, if we get these feelings, and we know that we're practicing the law of desire and intention, and we're getting signals or feelings into our energy center, this is the time we need to honor it. We absolutely need to honor it and take care of ourselves. Sometimes we override it because we can't explain it, and because we can't explain it to somebody else, and we think that, well, maybe if I don't want to hurt their feelings, they're really counting on me, and yet I got this really bad feeling, I shouldn't do it, and we override it. So we help them and we hurt ourselves. This is a power center. This is where we have all the control. Just because we don't understand it doesn't mean that we can't pay attention to it. When we've got a yellow light, the inclination to do something or not do something, please honor it. You will be so glad that you did. This is going to help us to figure out exactly what it is that we want in our life. Using our feelings, using our emotions, paying attention to when we think something, does it resonate with us? Does it feel good? These are all signs and signals from our energy center that's letting us know whether or not we're on the right track or whether or not we have to adjust and shuffle our feet. We will absolutely know that because those feelings will come to us in our solar plexus. This is the power center. Okay, so that's what I want you to be focused on today as you sit down and you write your intentions and your desires for today. Have an amazing day. Good luck with your practice, and we'll touch base tomorrow.